Batman may be the main character, but he's defined by his villains.
It appears the game is over before it even begins.
I'm not playing games, Slade.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Batman Arkham series boss battles.
Nice of you to drop in.
For this list, we're looking at the most entertaining and enjoyable, if frustrating at times, boss battles from the entire Arkham series, which includes the titles of Batman Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Origins, and Arkham Knight.
Only one of us can leave this chamber alive.
Number 10, ManBat, Arkham Knight. What better way to start our list than with a showdown with the iconic ManBat? Okay, so maybe ManBat isn't one of Batman's most well-known villains, but this encounter in Arkham Knight is awesome because it's so unexpected.
What place is there in the world for a man like you?
We knew this one would be intense right from the opening jump scare, as Batman takes on a mission called Creature of the Night. While ManBat isn't overly difficult as a boss, you do need to use your detective skills to trace his origin and create an antidote for his condition.
What we've done is merged the DNA of Desmodus Rotundus, the vampire bat, into the human chain. This breakthrough will prevent and cure deafness in all humanity.
And having to attack him mid-air is a cool change-up from your average button masher battle. Sadly, and we don't want to spoil this for PC gamers, but this is probably the best boss battle in Arkham Knight. Number 9, Killer Croc, Arkham Asylum.
I've got your scent, Batman. I will hunt you down.
In the Arkham series, typically, Batman is the predator who attacks unsuspecting henchmen and villains. In this battle, however, the roles are reversed, as Batman becomes the blind prey amidst Killer Croc's underwater sewer lair. Making things even more difficult was the fact that Croc was able to detect Batman's movement, requiring the player to move slowly across the wooden planks to avoid attracting attention.
I have your scent.
Croc would appear at various times, attacking from the front without warning or chasing you from behind while destroying the wooden planks. Luckily, you don't have to take the bad guy on one-on-one. Some well-aimed batarangs and ultimately some explosive gel is all you need to dispatch of this beast.
Get that thing out of here, now!
A toy collar won't stop me from killing you, Batman.
Number 8, Bane, Arkham Origins. Going toe-to-toe with Bane in Arkham Asylum was enjoyable, but it didn't quite compare to the confrontation in Origins.
Is this the best you have to offer?
Bane is one of the few villains who is capable of breaking Batman physically, and this is evident during this confrontation, as he throws Batman around like a ragdoll before throwing him out of a window. After defeating him, Batman takes the decision to bring Bane back to life. Might not be the best choice, as Bane takes out his fury on the Dark Knight, forcing the player to resort to stealth tactics to defeat him once and for all. Number 7, Solomon Grundy, Arkham City.
Born on a Monday, christened on Tuesday, married on Wednesday.
Leave it to Penguin to have more than a few tricks up his sleeve. As Batman chases the Penguin through the National History Institute, the player discovers that Cobblepot has a secret weapon, who was born on a Monday.
I found him down there when I bought this place. Comes in handy.
Penguin uses electricity to power the imprisoned Grundy, who snaps into an uncontrollable rage at the sight of Batman. Clearly outmatched physically, the player is forced to disable the power source and then wail on Grundy's head repeatedly while he's stunned.
What have you done? You can't kill him! You can't!
Number 6, Poison Ivy, Arkham Asylum.
Stop, Batman, please! You've got to help my babies!
I'm really not interested in a bunch of flowers, Ivy.
While many boss fights in the Arkham series force the player to focus on more than just one villain, none of them come at you quite like Poison Ivy does.
I'm waiting in here. Come to me.
In this confrontation, Batman has to focus on 3 different forms of attacks: toxic bubbles, deadly weeds, and Ivy's henchmen. Ivy herself is protected by one of her plants, and the player only has a small opening to inflict damage upon her.
I won't let you destroy it, Batman.
It's incredibly easy to get caught by one of the weeds or toxic spores while you wait for your opening, making this one of the most difficult battles in the entire series. Number 5, Clayface, Arkham City.
Hurry up and take your seat, Batman. The show's about to begin.
Throughout Arkham City, the player is led to believe that the Joker has recovered from his fatal disease and is the one pulling the strings behind Protocol 10. It was clearly a shock to discover that the Joker hadn't recovered, and that it was actually Clayface who had been masquerading as a healthy Joker throughout the entire game.
Ladies and gentlemen, for one night only, standing in for yours truly, and doing a damn fine job of it, I give you Clayface.
This battle is awesome for several reasons, but the main reason has to be because you get to use Talia al Ghul's katana. The fight also seriously tested the player's ability to move quickly, as Clayface doesn't let up his attacks throughout the encounter, even sending an army of Claymen to try to take you down. Number 4, Deathstroke, Arkham Origins.
Looks like you got my invitation.
So far, the majority of the villains on this list have been physically superior to Batman, but what about one who has a similar fighting style? Deathstroke has been trained in martial arts and takes on the Dark Knight in what essentially becomes a one-on-one fighting game.
Get over here! How do you think that night?
This battle required significant patience and concentration from the player, as you slowly break down Deathstroke's armor and weaponry and eventually take him out.
It's over, Slade.
He does make a return in Arkham Knight, where he ends up... Ugh, come on, really? Number 3, Scarecrow, Arkham Asylum.
Poor little bat, you're in my world now.
Easily one of the most memorable bosses in the entire game, the Scarecrow hallucination sequences in Asylum are extremely entertaining. The player can really feel Batman's suffering as Scarecrow tortures his mind with hallucinations.
Mom?
Help us, Bruce! Don't let us die!
The battles involve avoiding a giant Scarecrow's gaze while you work your way up a broken structure. You eventually have to use a bat signal to defeat him, but it was only a matter of time before he'd show up again. In fact, at one point, Scarecrow is even able to trick the player into thinking that the game has frozen and restarted. Now, that is interactive gameplay.
No, he's not. We really should feel sorry for him. He never fully got over his parents' death. It left him quite insane.
Number 2, Ra's al Ghul, Arkham City.
Ra's al Ghul.
Father.
Welcome, Detective. It is time for your final challenge.
The end of Arkham City is full of twists and turns. Near the end of the game, the player discovers that Ra's al Ghul is actually the main villain and the true mastermind of Arkham City.
My father is old. His time is over. Ours is just beginning.
Ra's sends his henchmen to take on Batman in a sand arena, before taking on the Bat himself in hand-to-hand combat, forcing the player to rely on a wide array of tactics throughout the battle. The game does an excellent job of cutting back and forth between the real world and Raz's world, where we can see his true power.
Witness the true power of my Lazarus Pit!
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Well, ain't this cozy? You need to keep an eye on this one, Batman. He's a bit too careless for my liking.
Number 1, Mr. Freeze, Arkham City.
You don't want to do this, Freeze.
Oh, I believe I do.
One of the best aspects of the Arkham video games is that they really stressed Batman as a detective, incorporating a Predator mode to allow players to use stealth to take down their enemies, and there's no battle that better showcases this unique feature. Against Mr. Freeze, the player is required to use everything they have learned, as Freeze won't be fooled by the same trick twice.
There is no way you can get close to me now.
You are required to incorporate a number of different takedowns and respond to Freeze's movements, as he increasingly becomes aware of your strategies. This fight reveals everything that's made the series so popular and is easily the best battle of the entire franchise. Do you agree with our list?
No, please!
What's your favorite boss battle in the Arkham series?
That feels so much better.
For more entertaining top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
That was just a little stocking stuffer.